This is the sound that has been silenced forever. The sound of the whistle of the Mumbles Railway. The whistle that the drivers used to signal with across the bay to the fishermen, to call them back so they could put out their boats and catch the last train home. The line runs along the seashore, and even sails were among the various means of propulsion tried on the Mumbles Railway during its long life of over 150 years. The closure is an act of vandalism, which I, as a railway enthusiast, deplore. But the town of Swansea, there it's a more important matter. I asked one of the citizens how he felt about the impending closure.
Well, not very happy indeed. I think apart from economic reasons, that it's an attraction to the town. The Mumbles is a seaside place, and I believe the novelty of the railway does bring people to the town. It's easy transport. The buses will never cope with the traffic that the railway has done, because they pull two double-deck coaches in any case. And furthermore, there's nothing pleasanter than riding on the Mumbles Railway on the top deck on a summer's night with the sea on your side all the way. And that will be lost. Admitted it was a rough ride, but some money should have been spent in modernizing the railway.
And instead of this railway, there will now be a bus service. But Swansea is a harbour town, and it's connected with the Mumbles, a seaside resort about 9 miles down the coast, by only one narrow road. And although the bus company now intends to use some of the railway formation as a roadbed, this is not as cheap or as easy as all that. Anyway, the Swansea to Mumbles road is already congested. I drove along it, and I found that the time taken by the Mumbles Railway, which is about 20 minutes, was slightly less than that taken by my car during a muddy, dirty, rainy December day. And now, listen. Now, this is one of the sounds which I like to play. I recorded it on top of the tram, gaining access to the pantograph through a hatch in the roof. And by the way, this is one of the sounds which you may not be able to hear again, because the wiping sound of the pantograph can only be recorded through the roof of the vehicle. And I feel that unless somebody has considerably more spirit than I have, at 25 kilovolt, which is the present pressure on electric railways, that's an undertaking that can certainly be dangerous. Anyway, here it is, the sound of a pantograph wiping across wet wires. And by the way, the voltage was then 600 volts DC. Like all old institutions, this railway has its oldest employee. He was an interesting man, gnarled and lined, but with clear eyes. And he told me that he'd served on the railway for 57 years.
I was brought up on the railway. Practically, I was born alongside it. That's 72 nearly years ago. And right from that day, my ambition was to become a member of the Mumbles Railway.
What will you be doing?
Oh, I shall be retiring.
Do you remember this one? It was a steam railway.
Oh, yes, I was driving the steam train. I started, of course, as a fireman, fire boy, you could say, 15 years of age. Fireman on the Mumbles Railway was just like a cleaner on the British Railways. Fire boy, cleaner, driver, that's the top. Well, I reached the top step in 1911. So I've been driving ever since. Steam train I was driving until the electrification. And in 1928 that was, of course. And then been driving the electric train ever since. So that's 57 years now next month altogether.
I spent a whole day in Swansea, and it was raining. The railway had not yet died, and there was still some hope that it might continue running. But the staff were talking about its end. 3 of them had just taken one train to the end of the line, and they were waiting for the return journey.
Yeah. We won't miss it now until it goes.
Well, we can't miss it until it goes, but next summer will tell the tale.
That'll show whether road traffic can deal with our crowds or not.
No, I don't think so. I think they'll miss it before then.
I reckon it won't cope with a crowd, anyhow. Not myself, anyhow, from experience.
They're going to miss it right away.
You think so?
Yes.
Right away?
Yes.
Well, I think that next summer will be the testing time, and I think the people who are going to miss it most will be not the people that use it, but the motorists, because they'll be behind the buses and coming to a stop every few minutes along the road. They'll love it.
No, they're going to miss it now as soon as we get any snow or frost. When the buses can't run, the train will be running.
That is the main outlet of the winter, because it is run through ice, snow, everything, but a bus won't. Soon to get a bit of ice off the road. Back to garage.
Well, that is perfectly true. The train has always kept running through all sorts of weather. The only thing that's ever stopped us has been a high tide, and then we've had the bus to do part of the journey and run the train at each end. I should think it's probably the only railway in the world that's been delayed at one time or another by motor vehicles, horse vehicles, donkeys, cattle, sheep, chickens, and boats. Well, we're ready. Right, George. Off we go.